Hi guys, welcome to another What Is It podcast.
What is it? Come and see here at Manna University.
All right, so I'm back and I'm excited to have another.
It just landed on me. What is it?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Right now?
That's
a joke, right?
It's not. So you said, will you be a guest on the What Is It podcast? And I thought, there's Dee with her cleverness again. And then it was not till I'm sitting right here and my eyes are looking at Manna University. And then you say what you're saying. And the light bulb came on. This is not the first time you and I have had a conversation where the light finally turned on in my thick head.
I know.
I don't appreciate that this is where it always ends up. As if I'm the largest idiot ever to walk the earth.
I cannot believe that just happened. You really thought I was just...
100%. Why would I make that up? Here we are.
You've been a part of Manna longer than pretty much everybody.
Yeah?
Other than...
I just hadn't put...
Welcome to the What Is It
Here we are.
podcast. Manna.
Don't tell me, okay? I'm looking at you, fair viewer, listener. Don't tell me that every single one of you put that together on the first time. If that's true, I defy you to tell me in the comments that you all knew that and I was the only one. Go for it.
Well, I've kind of told them a ton of times. So
Never mind.
He just confessed to not watching the podcast.
Now that's... If you've ever seen any other podcast of mine, don't worry. I do not watch. I do not consume my own material.
I was about to say,
go.
I'm not offended that he doesn't watch this podcast because he doesn't watch the podcast that he is regularly a part of, aka Nick's podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
no time.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nose to the grindstone.
So,
Far too busy.
welcome to another What Is It podcast. For those of you who are here for the first time, what is it? Manna. They go together because, fine, whatever. So, we're here.
This is us, humanity. This is Dee. You see the difference? She's just on another plane. Paul was caught up in the third heaven. Dee's been to the fourth.
Can I just give y'all a disclaimer? Chris and I... This is what you're going to see probably the entire podcast.
This is how it goes.
Just prepare yourself.
Welcome along. What it is. It's good to have you.
Yeah. Just pull a chair up and, relax. It's going to be interesting. So, speaking of which, we have a co-host, and his name is Chris.
Hi.
If you haven't figured that out, for most of you, I'm going to say about 92.3789% of you, you know who he is. For the rest of you, he's going to tell you
it's going to be a short,
little bit.
It's going to be a short telling
about who he is.
Yeah.
Give them some background
fantastic.
on Chris.
Yeah, great. Dee is right. The Manna part of the university I've been a part of since my dad became senior pastor of it in 1985. That's actually not true. I was part of it before that. Manna, whole life. I'm the lead pastor of Manna Church here in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg. Now I am a proud graduate of Manna University. My wife and I have 4 kids. The oldest of our children graduated high school. He's now a sophomore at Manna University. I can say with completely clean hands that we didn't push this university on him. This is where God called him. This was his choice, not ours. We're happy and proud he made it. But my undergrad's from Campbell University. I would be lying to you if I didn't say I took him to the soccer ID camp there and all the stuff. It's not that I didn't equally push both places. It's just this is where the Lord called him. We're super proud and excited of that. I get to be part of a great church. I get to be around great people. I got great friends. What else do you want to know? I was born on a Tuesday. My favorite color is red. I don't know.
You play on a soccer team.
I do now, yeah.
I've been to the games.
Yeah.
They're very interesting to watch.
That's okay, you're baiting me and I will not take your rage
Well,
bait.
no, they are because they're very mixed. It's like pastors and other people and then students and then other people, and it's just like a collaboration of people.
Wait, you mean sport brings people from all different backgrounds together to do the same thing? This is new to you?
Yes.
Sport is new to you?
No. people who are very, very different. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
So anyway,
it's a team full of different people
It's
from
a-
different age ranges, all playing the same sport.
Yes.
Dee's never heard of sports, but here we are.
Nope.
We got here
I
somehow.
haven't. If you told that to my husband, he'd probably agree.
I would adore if Daryl would come watch. If Daryl would come watch our adult league
Actually, we were supposed to
games.
come at the last one, and
That's a
things
shame. I scored
happened.
5 goals.
Oh, Daryl, you heard it here.
Yeah, you heard
You
it here, Daryl.
probably don't watch it either.
I probably
so
wouldn't have
it's
done as
fine.
well. But Mike Klingel-Smith and Aaron Kellner were both there, and they were impressed. And that
That means something.
that means something.
That means something to
Yeah, that
anybody.
means something.
Just period.
I played golf with Daryl one time, and
Just once?
well,
really?
many times.
I was
played
gonna say.
many times. I played
Okay.
golf with Daryl. Pretty much any time you leave town.
Wow.
That is kind of true. If Daryl's allowed to come play outside at 7 a.m, we're out there. But there was one time though, I was terrible. I was doing so bad, and then I just blazed to drive. I hit real good, and Daryl expressed his impressiveness, and I was okay. Like
His
I'd
what?
shot so bad, and he was happy with that drive, and I was like, I can go home now. I've impressed Daryl.
Let me just tell you, one of the favorite lines at Bowie Enterprise is Daryl. I love Daryl. Do you remember doing that on stage?
Did I do
one
it on stage?
Sunday? Daryl walked in with the light.
So the thing is,
flashing. Do you remember
Daryl
that?
walks in and he's in the parking lot, and he's got his light thing that he uses to park the cars. It's still flashing. So Daryl is not a short, small dude. Like Daryl takes up the door frame. So Daryl comes walking through the door. He's the only one in the place. He's in an orange vest that doesn't recognize his light is still flashing.
Mind you,
So
we
he walks
sit on
all the way
front
down,
row.
and everyone's looking. He right smack dab in the front row. Everyone's looking at me until Daryl walks by, and I kid you not, this is the crowd. Everyone is watching Daryl. So by the time he gets down, I'm like, Daryl, your light's on. I'll be the only person in this room. They're all staring at you, letting you walk to the front. I'm the only one who loves you enough to say, Daryl, your flashlight's on.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny because then he gives Daryl this big shout out about how he's standing in the parking lot and it's raining. I think that day particularly, it was raining.
It was terrible.
And,
I had no business making fun of him.
and then all of a sudden he just goes, Daryl. I love Daryl. And me and my kids say it all the time. I just can't let it go. Anyway, so we're going to actually talk about what we're here to talk about, which is two things. Manna University in the context of educate, equip, and empower.
I love it.
And The Rock, a.k.a. Actually, it's Reach Out Celebration, a.k.a. The Rock.
There you go. Yeah.
And
Better
The Rock,
said that way.
Yeah, let's say it the right way. So
Flow
all
easy.
of our conversation is going to flow in the context of The Rock because it's
that time of year again.
It's that time of year, and for those of us who know, it's an important time of the year.
It is.
It is really big. So let's start with educate. So
Let's do
for
it.
listeners who may not be familiar with what Manna Church Reach Out Celebration is, how does Manna University, what is it? And then, no pun intended, and then how does Manna University participate in it?
That's fantastic. So Manna University, we're barely two imperceptibly different organizations in that we have the same heart, equip, train, next generation of leaders. We are different organizations that share the same space and the same name and the same culture and whatever, but we are separate organizations. So our Reach Out Celebration is our annual outlining of our we call it our global mission strategy, how we're going to take Acts 1:8, Jesus says, you'll be my witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, to the ends of the earth. So how are we going to present to the church? Here's how we think God's called us to make it hard to go to hell from our city, from our region. We'd call this a military highway, and to the uttermost parts of the earth. And in every facet of that, you find Manna University. So you find that in our city, in that look, I'm proud my son goes to Manna U because we're no holds barred. If God's called you to make a difference, we actually think at Manna University we can be a stepping stone into the purpose that God has for you, because we believe that your ability to articulate, your ability to write, your ability to defend your faith, the Bible, to understand why you believe what you believe, to be able to be the salt and light God's called you to be, whether you're going to serve in full-time ministry or not, we think we can have, I'm using we language here again, as if we're the same organization. We think that we can be a part of that stepping stone in your journey. So the way that dovetails in the Reach Out celebration is Manna University is one of our ministry partners. And so from short-term missions, we do short-term missions. We've got Manna University faculty, students on pretty much all, if not significantly peppered throughout. The military highway, that's Manna churches, planting Manna churches all around the world. Essentially, we think like church plant, school plant. I mean, that's in our heads. Dr. Carlo and I teach here at Manna Church together. That is a synchronous movement. Like if we're going to wherever we're going, we're thinking about how we can get the college there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
It's when you say you're planting a Manna Church, it's assumed that we're going to find a way to have a university site there as well. And I already told you about the city, and that's. Yeah,
I think it's really cool because when you think about what part of who we are as Manna University, it is to support the local church, but we're very specific about what
which
that
local church
that is.
Right,
Yeah. And if you don't know, just check out our name.
Yeah, right. It's kind of in the name.
It's there.
It is embedded.
That's awesome. Okay, so what unique educational approaches or programs at Manna University directly support the vision of the Rock?
I mean, unique. So I think, and you'll forgive my grandstanding here, but before cohort learning, and I'm gonna be millennial or whatever. I did it before it was cool. Before cohort learning style, and that's a big thing in universities now, doing a cohort type approach to studying a particular topic. Before that was a deal. Me and a bunch of my friends started in this newly minted master's program, Masters of Christian Leadership. And I would say, before we start talking about how the university and the church go together and talking about the orthodoxy and even the orthopraxy of global cultural missions, that was really founded for me in my study program at Manna University, whether that's the Globe Study, whether that's Anthropology of the Christian Witness, Charles Kraft, whether that's Dr. Serrano, Dr. Crowther. They had a huge hand, not only in shaping, but I think for that period of time, the group of turkeys I was with, I mean, we're talking about people that serve at very high levels at really influential missions organizations. Currently, they were in that group. Pastors on our staff, I was in that group, and how we approached that whole study, even thinking about, I think in some ways has revolutionized the way that Manna Church has done missions and missions work. It's changed how it's changed our training program for how we train people to go up and either live full-time on the field or how we do work with short-term missions and how we work with local churches in the field. I mean, specifically, I would say that in some ways, I think that the learning environment that we have with the church and the short-term missions that we do, along with the learning environment and the study that we do here at Manna University, I think those go hand in hand. I'll say the assignments that I've been given as being a student here have led to changes of the local church, because the beauty of learning at Manna University, and I'm speaking to you pastors out there, the beauty of learning at Manna University is that we don't waste work. So the work that you're going to do in your coursework is going to be applied to and has had direct effect. I can tell you, it's one of the greatest change agents in our local church over the past 5 years has been work that I did in Manna University coursework. So I say that to say it's real hard, because of how hard we've worked to make it like this. It's real hard to take the organization apart and go, well, this is how it does this, because in my mind, it sort of looks like that. It's so deeply woven.
Yeah, that's really good. I think it's one of the reasons why last year, technically earlier this year, we led our first missions trip that was very Manna University led. And I think the hardest to do that again, because we were able to take everything that we have with Manna Church's missions and everything that we know and learned from Manna University, put those together and lead an entire missions trip. And so it's it's practically putting
Correct.
the two together.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right, let's go to equip. All right, so you're a father.
Yes.
Pastor Michael Fletcher.
Ah.
He's led the Rock as senior pastor at Manna Church 4 years. Outside of his leadership.
He's the one that renamed it Rock.
Right, because it was...
The Global Impact Celebration. The GIC. So I was creative director at the time, and I'm going to be honest with you. When he comes in and he's like, we got to talk at the church about the GIC. I was like, I don't want to.
Did he say it like that?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm clearly hamming it up, but think about it for a second.
The GIC.
We're not alone in this room. Jessica's on the other side of that camera, and if she's being honest with you, you can't see her. She's laughing like an idiot. Because if you got to market the GIC, I mean, I don't care how you market it. It just doesn't, Let's talk about the T-shirt branding for the GIC. It sounds like I'm in trouble, like I'm getting written up. You know what I mean? So we changed it to the Rock. And the thing is, I've always wanted to, but I haven't yet. But AC/DC's, for those about to rock.
Okay.
So this is legit. When we first started calling it the Rock, we had this idea, me and the creative team. And so we got a guy. We dressed him up in a paper mache rock. And then we sent him to different sites, and he would have like a George Foreman grill, and he would cook bacon. So the question was, can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Oh my
No, that's crazy, right? But at the same time, you got to rename an event. So you got to go, you got to go all in. A lot of people didn't get, can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Okay.
Because, bacon gives off, it's somewhat odoriferous.
Yes.
We could have cooked fish, but that would have been like Jesus did that on the beach. So we best leave that to Jesus. You know what I mean? Let's cook something he couldn't cook.
Lord Jesus, help us. Okay, so then...
But
so
not cook bacon, Lord. You are a Jew. You ever thought about that? I don't know what you have on Easter Sunday, but when I was growing up, my grandmother would cook a ham. And finally it dawned on me, you know what? We're having a celebration dinner for a Jew who came out of the grave, but who then couldn't come to dinner because Grandma cooked a ham. You know what I mean? We should have a turkey or a lamb, perhaps a nice roast leg of lamb. You know what I mean?
Lord Jesus.
Listen, I don't know if I have ADD. I've never been able to sit still long enough to take a test or whatever on it, but I certainly have there's some scatter up here. It's different.
For sure. It makes me think of, though,
anybody that sees me preach and thinks he's just putting this on, he's not.
He's not.
He's not.
He is not.
I can't.
Him all the time.
Squirrel.
Imagine the hallway. Passers-by. This is what happens. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So do you remember The Rock? When y'all put Nick on the stage. What is
Lord.
The Rock? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that. What you don't remember.
Turn those pants
what you don't
off?
remember. What you don't remember is that whole pants thing is a joke. Because we used to have, back in the GIC days, we would have different events. And so there was a student event. And the idea was that the students would put on this thing to entertain the ministry partners. It's weird, but it was the 90s. So no one,
Okay.
they're not as smart as we are. So for whatever reason, Nick Ertel thought he should be a court jester. So I kid you not, I have never seen a human being put tighter, stretchy pants on. They left nothing to imagination. They were wildly inappropriate. And so he gets in there and dances around as only Nick can.
Oh my gosh.
And the number of ministry partners who voiced complaints about that was inappropriate. We certainly can't have. So then when he did that whole, can you smell with the Rock? And then he tears his pants off. There's a second layer to that. And I just told you, if viewership on this podcast doesn't go through the roof because of this behind the scenes type stuff, we're doing it wrong.
No, it should. No,
it really should.
It's funny because
I'm laying all the dirt out here.
I think Nick probably comes up in more of these podcasts because he's always doing something.
Well, this is a test. Don't tell him. And if he doesn't say anything about this episode,
then we know.
Then we know.
Yeah. Okay.
So what was your real question?
So my actual question, outside of leadership, how did Manna U help equip you to lead the Rock?
Oh man, I told you the way that I was raised in the Operation World 1040 window. I was raised in thinking a certain way about trans cultural missions, so cross-cultural missions. And it's not that was wrong, and it's not that wasn't effective, but my preparation in Manna University to think about what the Bible teaches about person of peace, to think about what we think and believe about the local church, and what we think and believe about going into a place and doing mission work and then connecting people to the foundation. It's what we preach here in Fayetteville, right?
Yeah.
So I think we've found really great success in taking the way that we think about how mission should be done. And what's really been beautiful about Manna University is, in a lot of ways, the learning doesn't go away. So the text and the writing that we're doing and the research and the codifying, it now lives on to be able to be stress tested by the next generation. It's what I'm, you know this about me, I'm not a huge fan of like living our lives as slaves to the technology. But I think technology is really helpful for the reasons that we're talking about right here, because gone are the days where a fire in the library means we've lost all the resident knowledge.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
The beauty of what we've been doing at Manna University over the course of the last 10 to 15 years is all of this learning that really when you join the university, you are giving as much as you're getting. So you are getting an education, but the beauty of what the research and the work that you do at this school is that it adds to the learning and the knowledge base for not just our church, but churches in general to be able to go back and not pay the dumb tax again, and to be able to think differently about how we do work on the mission field. I mean, I was in Ireland, Poland, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, week and a half? It's not even been a full 2 weeks. And everything about how I think about the global stage really was shaped because of the foundation of being raised in the local church around the Reach Out celebration. But the action and the clear action steps that we take now are because of the work done in those classes at Manna University.
That's good. That's good. And I think you were talking about the technology, which I think is very important because I too, like you, don't. However,
right, I can't, but yeah,
we wouldn't be able to come alongside Manna Church and plant Manna University at Manna churches across the military highway without the technology.
Oh, yeah.
So we take advantage of the technology for sure.
Yeah.
And it allows us to do some amazing things for sure. So I just thought that when you because, you know, our very older millennial minds don't grasp this thing as well.
Older millennial minds, what are you talking about?
Because
I dye my hair gray on purpose.
You need to be stopped.
I tried that yesterday, it didn't land. I was like, no, I made these frown lines. I drew them on. It's makeup. They're like, no, we don't believe it.
Not for a second.
Okay.
Anywho, okay, so with all that.
I can't Botox. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't look myself squarely in the mirror and be like.
Botox?
You never heard it called that? Look, I know some people, it's Botox. But sometimes bros get it. And so I call it Botox. No? It works. It's a decent way of explaining it, right? Now, I'm not coming at, I know some people that get like injections or whatever for headache management.
Yes.
I get that. I'm down with that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know that I could look myself in the windows of my soul and be like, I Botoxed my way to this. You know what I mean? You don't know what you don't know what I mean.
Botox says I'm done. I'm done. Botox.
But file that away in your word bank.
Oh, it's filed.
Yeah.
It's filed.
You're gonna listen. If I know you, and I think I do, you're gonna find a way. That's gonna be a go-to.
Oh, I'm using it before the day's over.
Yes.
I'm finding a way to use it.
You are welcome.
Before the day is over, because Botox is, you heard it here first.
That's right. You are Welkstopher. That's how I that's how I melded welcome in my name. Christopher, Welkstopher.
Okay.
I like to add Topher to people's, my brother-in-law, Jordan Tate, will say, hello, Christopher. And I'll say, hello, Jordanifer. I just like to put my name in other people's names.
I call Sean Shonifer.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun.
Which Sean?
Potter.
Oh, okay, all right.
I
didn't know if you meant former intern Sean. That's the one that's around. He's my son's friend, Sean Kirby.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Sean's always around. So yeah.
I thought you was talking about Sean with the alum. I was gonna say no one's doing that.
No, Sean's too big.
No,
you don't make fun of Sean.
Way too big for that. Absolutely. Didn't he play like football or something? Yeah, no, I'm good.
I used to make fun of Sean. There was one time. Anyway.
Yeah.
I dressed up as Sean for Halloween one time, and we had the reverse trick or treat outreach. Legit. So I did a video that was like how not to. do the outreach. So I got like rec football pads, and I got his wife gave me one of his old jerseys, and I put it on. And then like we had Nerf footballs and stuff that we were giving away, and I ran down Cliffdale Road and was like punting them into traffic, and I would break up meetings and just like throw bags of candy at people.
Can we just stop? Not literally, but just in this moment.
Yeah.
I would like to say to all of you out there who are listening,
have more fun.
For those of you who think that people that go to church who are Christians don't have fun.
Oh, yeah.
If you think that people who are in universities that are Christian universities don't have fun, this should be...
Yeah, you're not paying attention.
You're not doing it right.
You're not.
Just saying it. Because we have fun.
We do have a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
It's dangerous sometimes.
So much so that I don't even know where we're at.
Yeah, I don't know where we are either. This has been fun, though. I don't know that we've convinced anybody of anything. Books are good. Read some books.
Come to the Rock.
Yeah, come to the Rock.
Come to the Rock.
Come to the Rock.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Rock.
Yeah.
In context of
Manna U.
And Manna U. Yeah. So let's go to Empower. Okay. Which is my favorite. So how does Manna U help students move from education to action, rather in ministry?
Oh man.
Or missions?
Yeah, I think it's Manna U's dogged, determined focus to not just. It's one thing to have knowledge, but applied knowledge it's my most favorite thing about the way that I love the faculty at Manna U, because I've yet to meet one who believes that your job is to sit there, absorb all the information, and then like answer a test so that I'm pleased with you. Every class I've ever taken at Manna U, and I've taught at Manna U since it was GCI. I was faculty here forever. I have never met. I think it speaks to the culture of the founding of the organization. I don't
think I've had a single one of your classes.
That's a shame.
That's crazy.
That's a shame. And it speaks to the founding of this organization, and it speaks to the current leadership of this organization, because applied knowledge puffs up, the Bible says. Or applied knowledge. Good. Head knowledge puffs up. Yeah. Applied knowledge, like that. My son's a student here currently, and so I'll peek through his Populi every now and again. And the beauty of what's happening is that every bit of learning, every way that the courses are being shaped is about you being able to receive something that you can lab, receive so you can lab, receive so you can lab. Used to be back in the day, you would go and take a class and then you would have the lab. And it was almost sort of implied that the classroom is for the head knowledge learning and you save the actioning of it to the lab. But just even in the way that education is done now, specifically here, but the way that we think about teaching the mind so that the hands can move, it's baked into the ecosystem.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. If you take a class where you're not empowered, then you did it wrong. You weren't paying attention. Yeah,
well, and I mean, especially here at Manna U. I've been to a college or two outside of Manna University.
I should clarify. I'm talking about within the confines of Manna University. Sure, you can go to whatever, Bob's Your Uncle Community College and just sit there and phone it in.
Bob's Your Uncle?
I don't know.
Okay, that came off the top of your head. That's crazy. So, at Manna University...
There's plenty more where that came from.
Let's just put it away. At Manna University, it's one of those places where you go and the people here, whether they're the staff, whether they're the faculty, whoever, even the people who are connected through the local church, all have the mindset that you are going here with a heart, mind, and spirit to do something with it, not just to...
We're giving roses to all the leadership. Let's give roses to the student body at the same time.
That's good.
Because it is not just the culture of... My son's on student government. Somehow. Someone was not paying attention when they stuffed that ballot box. I certainly didn't vote for him. He's not going to watch this podcast either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say whatever I want. No one's going to...
Let's see how many people come to me and talk to me about...
But the culture of the student body is forward moving. I mean, I remember when I was younger talking to friends who'd left certain cities. They'd moved from one city to another, and they said their favorite thing about the city was how forward thinking and how when I say progressive, I'm not talking politically. Don't blow me up in the comments. Skip
Please
me with
don't.
the emails.
Yeah, South
but
13.
how progressively they were thinking about growth and expansion and making the city better. That's the feeling, and I'm not overselling, if you don't agree with me, I defy you to try Manna University. And if it's not what I'm saying, then go somewhere else. I'm legit. Quit. But the vibe of the student body is that progressive application, get my hands dirty. I mean, it's the beauty of the culture. And so I'm speaking to parents now. If you're thinking about some place to add to your kids' list, and I do think you should have a list. We had a list for our kids. You should have a list, and you should stress test the list against your kid, and you should see what's right for the education for your children. But I'm telling you, if we're not on your list, we should be on your list. And if we make it to your list, then I'm telling you one of the things to look for. When you come for a campus visit or you go to meet with somebody, you should look for these things that I'm talking about. It is a forward-moving application. Actually get your hands dirty, roll your sleeves up. I mean, every member of that student government thing is involved, not just involved in the university, they're involved in the local church, they're involved. Every single one of them is ball rolling forward type of people.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, if I can just speak frankly as an employer, by that I mean I pastor a church, yes, but that means there are a lot of employees that look to me as CEO. There's that side of the business thing.
Absolutely.
That is precisely what we're looking to hire.
Yeah.
We want people who, can come in and have work that they've got to do, but at the same time know how to take that work that they're doing and integrate it into the life cycle of whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. Like, come to Manna University, make that a part of your child's ecosystem of what's already baked into them. And I mean, without sounding overly crass, we all want our kids to grow up and earn money.
And
earn a living and support themselves. And we want them to be productive.
Yeah.
They've got to go.
They've got to get
They've
out.
got to leave.
Period.
They've got to. It's getting too good. We're going to start charging you rent.
Sure.
They've got to be productive members of society. And so
do.
that is one of the things I love about this university is we're not just about shaping the mind. We're about we're empowering the whole person to go be productive, to make a difference, to change the world. And the crazy thing is when you do that, you are a marketable commodity. People want you on their team, and they want to pay money to keep you on their team. That's who we want to be. We want to be linchpins of wherever God's called us because we want to make it hard for people to pay us less money. Like if I just speak to you as if I'm just your dad for a second, I know I'm not, but we want to provide, we want to move, we want to advance the mission of wherever God's called us to the point where people go, yeah, we can't afford to lose them. We need to give more money.
No, that's good.
And that's all what all of you want your children to step into.
No, for sure. So with that in mind, then how can you, right in this moment, with all of the empowerment of Manna University and who we are and who you are, because you are a part of this, how do we empower people to be a part of the Reach Out celebration?
We empower people to be part of the Reach Out celebration. I mean, you vote with your feet. So I would encourage you, and that's the beauty of the Reach Out celebration is the way that I'll verbalize it, and I'll do it a lot during the series, is it's my job to set vision, but it's your job to set pace.
Oh, that's good.
That's the thing with the university, right? Like we set the vision and the curriculum, we set it in front of you, but you decide the pace and your level of success.
That's good.
So it is our job as a staff, as the leadership of the church, to go, this is where we think God's called us to. We can accomplish this. If you pray this much, this is what we can do. I mean, we can have our listing of short-term missions trips, and if no one's going to get on the plane and go, they won't happen. I mean, we can travel as much, and really we could take this podcast on the road, and we could do this from all the missions trips all over the place. We could try this. I mean, I'd be willing to suffer for Jesus and try this in Hawaii. I mean, yeah.
Somebody,
you vote. You want it to happen.
You said it.
We can make it happen.
We just said we'd will.
We can make it happen.
Yeah.
Daryl and I could play. Anyway, we could golf in Hawaii. Well, we're bringing Daryl.
Oh, okay. Well, we're bringing Rachel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When we're off air, Anyway,
yeah.
We can set the vision as much as we want, but if you decide, well, we're not praying that much, we ain't going that much, and we ain't giving that much, it's your job to set pace. Yeah. So how you can be involved in the Reach Out celebration is you decide through praying, giving, and going what of this we're going to accomplish. It's my job to set the vision, and it's your job to set the pace.
Okay, I like it. So I have one last question. This is the bonus. And since you've already admitted that you don't
I didn't ask you before we started, how long is this podcast?
It's as long as I'm watching her.
Oh.
Just know I'm watching her. So
We're just blowing
this
up
is
their
the
nap time
last.
over
I
here.
know we're having a great time. Okay, so last question, but
Yeah.
this one is a bonus, so
Okay.
it was not in the list of questions because it's for funsies.
It's all right. I didn't read your list.
Wonderful.
I'm kidding. I did.
Yeah, I don't believe you. Okay. So, if you can invite...
Was up all night studying.
If you could invite one person from the Bible and one celebrity to be a missions partner for the Reach Out celebration.
I would invite Jesus because he walks on water.
Okay. Of course he'd say Jesus. I should have said except for Jesus. Except for Jesus.
And nobody. Yeah. I was going to make a joke about fish sandwiches, but it seemed inappropriate. And no bacon on them fish sandwiches. I'll tell you what.
No bacon on fish.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Well, like if he was performing the miracle of the 5,000, but he was doing it like, say, down at Hope Mills Lake or whatever, you would think it would have to be like Bojangles spicy chicken or something like that.
Bojangles.
I love Bojangles.
Ew.
I'm sorry, what?
Ew. Did you get it that time when I said it? Bojangles? That's the most, that's the second
They serve
ratchetest
biscuits.
chicken.
They serve biscuits all day. Oh, I don't often get the chicken. I get the spicy chicken biscuit. That's pretty good. But listen, I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna change your life. If you get a spicy chicken biscuit at Bojangles, you can ask them to put egg and cheese on that biscuit. An egg and cheese spicy chicken biscuit. Oh my gosh! Now your arteries and your cholesterol reading are gonna hate me, and your doctor is gonna be like, "Why on earth would you even consider eating that?" But your taste buds are gonna say, "Thank you."
My daughter is jumping up and down. She loves Bojangles. Ugh.
It's my for a while there, it was my son's favorite place to eat, and we were at soccer all the time, so we'd swing home via Bojangles. Now, I do have the cholesterol reading to say I probably should do that less.
Okay. So, Jesus.
So we're inviting, you never even asked what we were inviting him to do. There's someone from the Bible
You
and a
didn't
celebrity
hear
to
it.
do what?
To be a
ministry partner.
Yes.
That's right. I was being an idiot. To be a ministry partner of the Reach Out celebration. Well, I would invite our Lord Yesu. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. If he sold one, then we'd be good to go.
We'd be locked in. We
Yeah,
could take the
locked in,
podcast on the
locked in.
road.
Who would I invite to be a ministry partner in the Reach Out celebration? This is really not crazy. I would invite Queen Esther, and that line has always gotten me. What if God raised you up? Mordecai, her uncle, is saying, what if God raised you up for such a time as this? This is not a joke. I was praying a couple years ago, and I don't think anybody disagrees. Now a lot of people disagree on how, but I don't think anybody disagrees that the world is in need of change. Now, believers are going to say we're in need of revival. We need Jesus to accelerate a pouring out of his spirit on our nation and our world. So I was praying, and I don't know whether this is a bad prayer to pray or a good, I don't know. But I was praying like, Lord, we could use a Moses or an Esther right about now. You know what I mean? Like we could use that leader who rises up and says, I will lead God's people from slavery to the land of promise. We could use a lady who would rise up and say, you know what, for such a time as this, the Lord has called me to enter the hall of power and say, this is what's going to happen on behalf of these people. Even she risked, when I say she risked everything, he had just deposed the woman that he loved so much, he stayed up nights wondering about her. This is whatever his name is. And now I can't remember her name. It doesn't matter. It's beside the point. But Queen Esther took her life into her own hands and saved her people. So I'm praying like, Lord, it would be real nice if you raise up a couple of them. And I kid you not, he said, well, you should go to church on Sunday and look around. I did. And it started to dawn on me the more I thought about that. He has called us and equipped us and placed us in history for such a time as this. So who is the Moses and who is the Esther of today? I'm probably looking at him.
Yep.
Who would I invite to be a ministry partner? Probably Esther. What celebrity would I invite to be a ministry partner? Well, who's the richest celebrity in the world? I'd invite them and be like, hey man, why don't you give us some of that company money? Look, I think Christians get weird about money. I love you, but you're way too weird about money. It's dirty green paper. It'll change people's lives. I'm not meant to live driven by it. See, the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Lord talks about money more than he talks about some basic Christian spiritual disciplines a lot of y'all would be happier if I preached about more often.
True story.
I'm not trying to be weird about it. Like, it's dirty green paper that grows on trees. Here's what I found in my life. The more that I treat it as a tool to make people happy, to change people's lives, and to invest in the kingdom, I find myself detached from the overwhelming sense of, how shall I pay for?
That's good. That's good.
I'm not trying to come at you, but yeah, that's why I would ask,
Yeah.
which celebrity gives the most?
I'm going to look up who's got the most money right now, celebrity, and then we'll see. Then we're going to send them this podcast.
We might. Why not?
Why not?
Dearest Justin Bieber.
All right, so before
In
we
the
close
words
out,
of Justin Bieber, where are you now that I need you?
Oh my God. What's this happening?
That was his song. Where are you now? Where are you
I
now
know.
that I need you? Where are you now, Justin? I need you. Just
So
your checkbook, Justin.
Justin reaches
There are people
out.
that won't sleep on the streets in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Justin, because you wrote us a $5 million check. $12 to the college.
Wow.
$4,900,000. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Okay, so
I think we might have lost viewers, actually.
Yeah. There's some people gone, but
People
that
are-
just
people aren't paying
means
attention.
those are probably the people we don't want because they're no fun. Anyway,
It's okay.
So-
we could loan you some of our viewers from the Morning Manna podcast. We've stormed the beaches of South Africa and the great nation of India. I've heard most of our.
yeah, it's great. So, real quick, funny story, not funny at all, a wonderful story. Did you know that the
Sorry, you said it was funny.
I did, and then I said actually not funny. You missed that part. Okay.
I did.
So did you know that the Reach Out celebration is my surrender anniversary?
What?
It is my surrender
Tell me more.
anniversary. 2016. The rock
Yeah, I was doing the math on that, and I'm thinking-
Yeah, so 2026.
She's not told us something. It's coming up.
Here we go. 2016.
She's a prophet.
The topic was the theme was surrender,
Yeah.
and I'll never forget. It was the finale service. I'm standing in the back. Back then, I wasn't on staff yet or anything
Yeah.
like that. I was just, I'll never say that. I was serve team, not just serve team. Our serve team's amazing.
Yeah.
I was serve team. I'm standing at the back door. Pastor Michael Fletcher is on the stage, okay? And he's telling everybody up there, if this is your moment to surrender, come to the front.
Yep.
And I'm saying, in the back of the room, in my head, I can't go up there. I can't leave my post. And then he goes, well, I say I can't leave my post. And what are people going to think if I'm this serve team member in a serve team shirt up there just now surrendering? This is what I'm saying in my head.
Yeah.
And from the stage, I kid you not, he says, it doesn't matter if you are serve team. It doesn't matter if you leave your post. I don't think he got the words out before I took off up the aisle. I got to the front. I hit my knees to the floor. That's all I remember. The next thing I know, there are a lot of people laying hands. I don't know where my husband came from. I didn't know he was there.
We
All
found him
these
because his
people
blinker was still on.
agree.
We looked for the blinking blinker. It's like, there's Daryl.
Go this way.
Yeah. It's like, where's Waldo? Only, where's Daryl? He's wherever the blinking light is.
And people were praying. And I know that some people say that you don't necessarily feel the change, but that day I felt. I got up in that moment.
Yeah.
And I knew that my life would never be the same. So every year for me, I'm at the Reach Out celebration in every single way I can be, because I'm celebrating more than just the fact that I get to reach out. It's the day Jesus reached out, grabbed my hand, and said, for the rest of your life. I was already saved. I was already baptized.
No, we're talking about that purpose.
We're talking about that moment when you decide there is nothing that will stand in the way.
But he clarifies that purpose. Yep.
For such a time as this.
Yeah, for such a time as this. Mine was 24 years ago, right in there. I don't remember if it was the rock or not, but there was a prophet. There was a prophet who was coming through. It was the gig. Gig! He was coming through, and it was the lamest prophecy of all time. He said, "You're wrestling with God over something. Stop." And then he moved on. And I was like, that is the cheapest word. You were the worst prophet. And he was dead on. Everything about my life changed. Because that moment, that clip you're talking about, the clarity of recognizing that we are all called. Every single one of us is called. Every single one of us is set apart. And there are agents of change in the kingdom of God that are placed in, I would say, traditional jobs. And then there are some that are called to be the Ephesians 5 equippers. Ephesians 4, fivefold gift equippers. And if that's the call of God in your life, I identify exactly with what you're saying. You wake up the next morning and go, something's different.
Something's different.
Something's different. Because all of a sudden, whatever you thought was the grace on your life to do a thing is over here. So I'm not wicked smart, but I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
But everything about my life, I talk about it like my Jonah type moment. Everything about my life, when you know you're supposed to be here, but you're running after this, it's like everything goes like this. And I'm not murdering people. I'm not running cocaine up from, I'm not doing drugs. I'm not doing any of the big sins that you would go, well, you got your life all out of whack. I just was not pursuing the purpose and the plan that God had for my life. And it felt like this until finally.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, tell all our, 2 viewers.
Hi, Mom. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? I'm not Stephen Fletcher. My mom doesn't watch this.
Oh my God.
We have a ranking system with our mother. It drives her insane, but we act like it's college football season. And so she's got 8 kids. My mom has 8 kids, and we always pretend like there's a ranking in her heart type system, which just drives that poor woman up the wall. She does not deserve children like us, but we are Michael's children. So, John's always fairly highly ranked. She's always loved him more than me. But Stephen, that 4-eyed nerd, he just accomplished so much, and he's just so sweet. And so Mom's always loved him the most. I got hit by a car one time in 2014. It's not a joke. I got hit by a car. And so I'm in the hospital, I'm hanging on to life by a thread. And Mom's like, I could run home. Stephen needs a sandwich. He's in from New York, and he's so hungry. He's been up there trading stocks and making all this money.
So anyway.
Will he walk again? Maybe. I'll take it. I'm going to make Stephen a sandwich. In that moment, I got hit by the car, so I did jump up to 4th in the rankings. I've slid back down some. But anyway, I don't think she watches this.
I'm sending it to her. Anyway,
Do you have any idea what this woman's going to do? She's going to text, she's going to blow my phone up.
Tell the viewers.
If you don't have a Mexican mom, if you've never felt the sting of Latin guilt, wait.
Tell the viewers.
I'm sorry.
Everything they need to know about The Rock.
Well, it's coming.
Yep.
It's coming in November.
Uh-huh.
I want to say it's the 20th to the 23rd. I think. You can check our website out, manna.church.
There you go.
That's how you can find out information. The best way is to get the app.
Yep.
The Manna Church app is the best way to keep in touch with everything that's going on. We'll make sure that a full listing of everything going on is there. We've got some really exciting people. There are some things I can't wait to tell you that I can't now. Manna Church is opening another location on the highway, and I'll tell you where, and I'll tell you who, at the Rock.
Thanks, Chris. This was.
You're welcome.
This was okay. Until next time, see ya. You need Jesus.
I do.
What is it
I try to
come and see here at Manna University?